everybody, it's Mindy. It's Tuesday as I'm recording this, and it's a nice, beautiful Tuesday here. It's sunny. It's going to be, I don't know, close to 60, not quite 60, but close to 60 as I sit here recording this. So Dale is off doing Dale things. I think he's going to go over and mow the assisted living home's yard. I don't know, but he's off running and doing things today. So I've recorded a couple of videos already. Well, one truly, but it's a long one. It's a two-parter. So that'll be coming out pretty soon, hopefully. I mean, you never know when I get around to things. Apparently my dog is going to sit over here and like choke or something. I don't know what she's doing. Anyhow, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fight with ABs. Yeah, you know what that's like. Fight with the ABs. I have a little trick. I do a little trick, and it's caused me some harm because when it stops sticking like this, it's not sticking very good. I take my tweezers. Of course, I don't seem to have a pair of tweezers sitting here. How am I going to do this? Well, I don't know. I'm going to have to get up and go right there and grab a pair of tweezers. Yeah, I got to go grab a pair of tweezers. One moment, please, while I get tweezers. Oh, goodness. Anyhow, got some tweezers now. So this is what I do. I take my tweezers, okay, and I just kind of poke in here. I just like poke in my mud, because it's got Natural Mama's mud in here. I just poke it, and I'm like fluffing it up. I fluff it. But, however, a couple of times recently, I have not been so cautious, and I've stabbed myself. Yeah, stabbed myself. I was like, okay, that hurt. So I got to be more careful. But see, now look, now it picked up all four, and we're ready to roll again for a little while. Have to do it fairly often though to keep it working. Anyhow, ABs, they're beautiful when they're down on your painting. Sometimes they're a royal pain to get them there. So anyhow, I feel like this is a good representation, my painting is, of the day today. It's just pretty out there, sunny, blue sky, some clouds, some nice puffy clouds out there. It's beautiful. Anyhow, let him go do what he's going to do. You know, you can't keep him down. You just, is this one broken? It is broken. I've never had a broken AB. It's like cracked. Interesting. It's got a little crack right through the side of it. Okay, that's a new thing. That's a new thing. Anyhow, yeah, you can't keep him down. Yesterday he was outside weeding, and it was cold yesterday. I went out with him for a little bit. I went out to the flower garden. He wanted to know what he could rototill. I've been asking him to rototill. And I said, well, you can rototill all of this. And then I had a couple of little plants growing, little itty bitty lupines. They've been out there all summer long, just trying their best to grow. And I dug them up and I put them in a pot. So I'll bring them in the house and hopefully they'll continue to grow. Now see, stick. Come on, stick. I'm telling you. And so he rototilled. And then after he did that, I weeded too. He got me out there. And then I stayed for a while, right? And I did a few things. Dug up those plants, weeded a little bit, did some things, thought about some stuff. Then him and I walked around a little bit. And I did all this in my flip-flops. Now, I did have on a jacket. I had on a t-shirt. And I had on a long-sleeved shirt over that. And I had on a hoodie, like a zip-up hoodie jacket type thing. Yeah, So my body was kind of warm, but my feet, I went out in flip-flops because I thought I was just gonna give him some direction and ended up staying out there for an hour and a half or so. Yeah, my feet were cold. And I would tell you another part of my body that was cold, but I don't want to get too graphic or explicit. Let me just say this. The pants I had on were just some thin little like knit kind of pants. They don't keep you very warm. They don't keep you very warm. I had some cold parts. Okay, my butt cheeks. Okay, I said it. I know. And my feet. My feet were cold, right? Of course, my feet were cold. I'm in flip flops. And I was in dirt. So, they got in the dirt and yeah, my toesies were cold. Anyhow, then later in the day, oh my gosh, I came in after that and I did a few things and I organized in the house. I organized. I went downstairs and I started going through some yarn, organizing it a little bit better. I mean, it used to be pretty organized. New stuff, though, is just helter-skelter all over the place. So I was going through that. And I went through some of my diamond paintings. And I pulled out a few more that I'm like, honestly, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do this, right? So I pulled out a few more things and I put them on my table of things to sell. Maybe some giveaways, but sell. I am going to do a little de-stash video and it will go out, and this was a suggestion to members first. So they were like, a couple of people said, yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Sure. It could be another perk for members, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Now, I mean, I don't think that they'll buy everything. I mean, they might, I don't know. But if they don't, then I'll put it out for everybody after that. I'll just make it public after, a week or so, see what's left. I can edit the video at that point. I can take out things that have sold and whatnot. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. I just have to do the filming part of it, which is going to take forever. That's the thing. I have quite a few things down there. I have all companies. I mean, I have Diamond Art. I don't have any Dreamer Designs. I have no Dreamer Designs in the pile. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm hanging on to all my Dreamer Designs right now. But I got Diamond Art Clubs, and I got a couple Craftablies, and I've got just an assortment of things that I just need to, I need to get rid of them. They've been sitting on the table down there for months now, and they need to go. So I got to get to that. Filming it, like I said, is going to be a pain. Some of them I've got to open because you can't see what it is unless I open it up and unroll it. So it's just going to take some work. Maybe Dale will help me. I don't know. He, you know how he is. He might, because he's like, oh, we getting rid of stuff? Yeah, I'll help you. I don't really need him to help me, though. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. So I organized and did things like that, and he was outside all day. He was weeding. He weeded like all of the flower beds. Almost all of them. Not every single one, but a lot of them. And I was like, okay, well, you go for it. You want to be outside? I was cold. I came in and worked inside, But he stayed out all day long. All day long. Then in the evening, here he comes into the house and he goes, hey, come out here. I need you for something. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay. So again, I'm still dressed the same and I throw on my flip-flops because I'm like, we're just going to, I thought he was looking for eggs. The ducks have been doing some crazy stuff, laying eggs all over the place. And so I was like, okay, we're just going to go for a short walk around the yard, right? Well, we did. But then, I ended up cutting down Iris. See, I'm poking. See what I'm doing? I'm just poking and just like refreshing. It refreshes the plate. But not your mama's mud. I ended up cutting down iris, and weeding around the iris. And then he ended up getting a shovel and we divided some of the iris. I've got 3 buckets of iris out there in the yard right now that we need to find some new homes for. Some we're going to take out into the flower garden and plant so that we could, maybe sell them like as starts, for new iris plants. We'll see. I know my sister wanted some of the black iris. So I've got plenty of the black iris we dug up. So again, here I am out there, dressed the same as I was in the morning, still in my flip-flops, and I'm outside working until I'm cold. I'm like, okay, I am done now. I'm done. All right. So then I was like, what are we going to do for dinner? Now I'm like, I'm hungry. I've worked hard today. I haven't done stuff like that in a long time, right? I'm hungry. And so the big debate comes, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know. I know what we have in the refrigerator. I want bread. I want just something I can sink my teeth into, something yummy and chewy. And, he goes, like breadsticks? I'm like, yeah, like breadsticks. Where can we get breadsticks? I mean, any Italian restaurant, I suppose, or a pizza place. But I was like, we ended up going into Charlotte and went to a little restaurant there. And it's funny because Dale and I went there a few times when we were, shall I say, dating. When we met each other again and we would try to go hang out, we'd go there. We've gone there a couple times. But it's a nice little restaurant. It's a bar restaurant. They have pizza and they have a lot of other things. And I was like, oh, they'll have some good breadsticks. I know they will. So we went there. So we went out to eat. And Dale, oh my gosh, you guys, Dale had a beer, which is not unusual. He has beer. Okay, that's no big deal. He had a mixed drink as well. I was like, ooh, look at you. He goes, yeah. He said, I've been working hard today. He said, my back's hurting. He said, I just want to go home and just like melt into the sheets. I was like, okay, well, that should help you. Just go melt into the sheets when we get home. I didn't think we were going to be able to go for a while because it was right about the time ducks are thinking about coming in, but they're not. I didn't think we'd be able to get them in. So do we wait a little longer? Do we go and just leave them out? I hate doing that. I hate going away and know it's going to be dark and the ducks are going to be out. I don't like that. So he's like, well, we could try and see if we can get them in. And I'm like, well, we can try. Let's give it a go and see if they come in. And you know what? They did. I was like so impressed. They came in. One group, the older ones, they were over by the pen anyhow. Like they'd come up from the pond and they were, they're like, okay, we've been out all day. We're ready for some fresh water over here and something to nibble on. They were ready for some food. So I just went and stood over by the path to make sure nobody else headed down the path, And they all came in. I was really impressed that they all came on up and went in. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess we can go to eat then. And, we were joking. I was like, I feel like my duties are done. Everybody's taken care of. We're carefree. Responsibilities are, done. We're good. Kids are all taken care of, So we went off to get some dinner. And the breadsticks were good. They were just like a long breadstick with butter and Parmesan cheese sprinkled on them, garlic and whatnot. They were really yummy. And then I was like, just a breadstick's not going to be enough. So crazy me, ordered a calzone, which is basically, a pizza folded up with your goodies inside. And it was good. I ate hardly none of it because I had two breadsticks, and just a little bit of the calzone. And I was like, that's fine. I said, because I can have it for lunch tomorrow, which is what I did. I had it again today. And it was just as good. Oh, so good. I didn't eat, I may have eaten half of this thing. Last night's meal and today's lunch, I might have polished off half. But anyhow, that was our big night. Big night. Night on the town. Ooh. Pizza, not pizza. Calzone, breadsticks, a drink. I didn't have a drink. I don't drink anymore. I gave that up. But yeah. So he's off today. He's going to go look for a window for a buddy's car. And then I think he's going to head over to the assisted living home and see if it needs mowing. And today would be a good day to mow. He hasn't heard from the farmer in a few days about, any chores or tasks or anything. So he did mention the lawn, though. So I think Dale's going to do that. And that means I get to sit here and do whatever I want today. And I am maybe going for a walk. Maybe. That would be a good idea because it's nice out. Good day to take a little walk. Not a long walk, just a nice little stroll down the road or so, But I can diamond paint, I could crochet, I could make more videos, I could, whatever I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Do need to go to the store. I got a prescription to pick up, but I could do that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably head outside and go for a little walk, maybe. That sounds good. After I record this video, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Trying to connect with his daughter because her oldest had a birthday, and we haven't been able to see him yet for his birthday because he was at Dad's house over the weekend. And then I told Dale, I said, it's pointless even trying to see them on a weekday or weekday evening, you know what I mean? Because you know how it is. I mean, I know how it is. She comes home, she's worked all day, and then it's go, go, go. We gotta get the kids, if they have homework, I don't know if they do. They have homework of things they need to do, dinner, baths, bed. And I know she likes to work out. And so, she likes to get that done. Like after she gets the kids all settled and whatnot, she likes to work out. And she just does it at her home. It's not like she's going anywhere. She just does it in her house. But trying to meet up on a weeknight is like, no, forget it. It's not going to happen. So, I don't know. Try again on the weekend. They shouldn't be at their dad's again, I don't think. So, we'll see. But he went off earlier to get some wrapping paper. I have tons and tons of Christmas wrapping paper, but I don't really buy birthday wrapping paper. I'm a big gift bag person. So I don't really invest in wrapping paper, but he wanted to wrap the box. And I'm like, okay, well, you're going to have to go get some wrapping paper then because I don't have any like birthday paper. So he did that already today. Yeah, just the things we do. Nothing exciting, nothing crazy, nothing. We haven't gone anywhere. Goodness. I am going to go to our little town's holiday market this weekend. They're having a holiday market, which is, a craft sale. That's what it is. It's a craft sale. And it's the one that I had thought about doing, but I kept looking for it and I didn't see it. I never saw any information pop up about it until it was like too late. And I was like, oh, well, things in like 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm certain that's not enough time to be prepared and sign up and all that stuff. So I didn't. But I'm certainly going to go and see what they have. They had 2 rooms. They had a cafeteria and the gym full of tables last year. So they had a good turnout. And it was their very first one. Their very first one they did. I think they did really well for the first time. So I'm going to go check that out on Saturday. What else? What else? What else? I don't think there's anything else to tell you about, really. I don't. Let me say, for our event, No One Fights Alone, DP, I gave away a prize last week. It was my week to give away a prize. I've already pulled the winner, already sent out the prize, okay? And all I asked you to do was comment on the video with the hashtag No One Fights Alone, DP, so I know that you're a participant in the event. Sorry, time for a drink. And post your pictures on Instagram with that hashtag. All right? Then I know that you're participating. I want to give the prize to somebody who's participating. So this week is Saban's week to give away a prize. Now, let me say, Saban came on my live on Saturday. I love Saban. I think she is a sweetheart. I think she is just a dear person. She's a person that's gone through a lot and she comes out strong on the other side. I appreciate her so much. She opened up on my live, you guys, about all kinds of things. And it was very interesting. It was very moving. It was, it helped other people. I'm gonna put in the eye over here that a link to that live because I found it so like I can't even come up with the right words. Valuable. It was so special of her to do that, to talk about things. She talked about her personal struggles. And I was just, it was moving. That's what it was. It was moving and helpful. So I'm gonna link it so that you guys can go watch that live. And maybe it will resonate with some of you, or maybe it'll give some of you hope, because she has gone through so much. And she still, she comes out on the other side. And, even when there was times when she thought she might not, she has. And she's just something. She's something else. So it would be wonderful if you guys watch that. She messaged me like Monday after the live, and she's like, man, I just took right over and I didn't shut up. I just kept talking and talking and you couldn't say nothing. And I'm like, you know what, honey? That's fine. I asked you to tell your story and you did, yeah, it was wonderful. So anyhow, I wish her all the best. Always, all my love goes her way. And to anybody else, there was some advice given, some tips for people that would struggle with different things. And, if that's you, reach out to people. There are people that will listen, people that care. All right. Okay. In the live, she talked about her prize. She's got 2 different packages. One is a breast cancer package where she has got all kinds of stuff that she has gathered that all have to do with breast cancer, cover minders, and then just a whole bunch of goodies. She said it, she likes to shop and she likes to find things. And man, she gets on a theme and she just rolls with it. So there's that package that's available. And we can talk about, what it is that you would like if you're the winner at that time when the winner is, contacts me. So there's either that package, the breast cancer package of goodies, or there is, you can get like a gift certificate to her shop to spend, and she'll still send you some goodies. I mean, the woman is something. And her cover minders are to die for. They are the best. They are beautiful. She recently sent me this one. I don't know if you can see it there. She sent me this one. I just got it the other day because it's the teal ribbon. And she has a teal and she has an orange and I can't remember the other colors. But she sent me this just the other day. And she asked me the question because I was asking about a teal ribbon. Because teal is for ovarian cancer. And she asked me who I knew that had suffered from ovarian cancer. And I was like, well, let me tell you. Let me tell you. So she sent that. My grandma, many, many years ago, she had breast cancer twice. They were like 20 years apart. And then as she's older and just living in a nursing home for her final days, that's actually what she died of, was ovarian cancer. Now, my grandma, you've probably heard me talk about it before, but my grandma was, oh my gosh, loved my grandma. My grandma was so important to me. She taught me so many things. I hung out with my grandma. I learned things. She taught me to crochet. She taught me how to do my taxes. I would go grocery shopping for her. She was just one special, special lady. She's one of those people that you would say they would give you the shirt off their back. That was Grandma. She didn't have much of her own. Her house, which is the house I'm still dealing with, by the way, you hear me talk about my grandma's house. It's her house. Small little house. 2 bedrooms, a small living room and a kitchen. Raised 3 children in that house. My mom, my aunt, my uncle were all raised in that little bitty house. And they never had much. My grandpa was an alcoholic. He did work and, had some money to pay the bills. He was abusive, and it just never changed my grandma. She always remained the kindest, sweetest person I've ever known. Seriously. So to have her end up in a nursing home, and they do get care in the nursing home. It's just not the best, and things get missed. She'd had strokes, and she wasn't verbal very much, and all she talked about a lot of the times was that she was just in pain, when she was in the nursing home. But somebody came in finally and just saw that her whole abdomen was just like bloated up, and that was the ovarian cancer. So, yeah, it was not a good way to go when you're 80 some years old, But so there's my grandma. Then let's fast forward to my mom, who had breast cancer in her 60s and then had cancer again in her 80s. I think she was 81, 80. I don't know. One of the two, 80, 81. And she was having digestive issues when she was told to go to the ER. And they did some scans and stuff on her abdomen. finally, somebody did scans. She'd been complaining about it for quite a while, and found cancer. Now, her cancer was truly called primary peritoneal cancer, and it's a cancer of your abdominal lining. And she had surgery. They took out this omentum, which is this flab of fat in front of your organs, and they did a clean sweep of everything inside. Took organs out and scraped them off, cleaned them off. Anything that looked cancerous, they cleared them off. So here's the deal. It's not ovarian cancer. However, it is similar. It is very similar to ovarian cancer because it is the same types of cells in your abdomen, in your lining there, that make up your ovaries. They're the same cells. Okay. And so they treat it pretty much the same way they would an ovarian cancer. My mom just always got it in her head when she heard that it was ovarian cancer. Although my mom never had ovaries. Well, not never. I mean, she didn't have them at the time because my mom did everything that she was told to do when she had breast cancer. She had surgery, she had chemo, she had a hysterectomy, she went on tamoxifen, she did all the things she could to prevent getting cancer again. And it's a fraction percentage of people who would get this after everything that she had done. But she heard them talk about the ovarian cells, and she always called it her ovarian cancer. She always called it that. It was kind of a misconception. It wasn't ovarian cancer, but the same sets of cells make your ovaries that then create your abdominal lining and this omentum. So to her, it was always ovarian cancer. And her mom had died of ovarian cancer. So she just, that's what she called it. It was her ovarian cancer. So that's why, the teal ribbon, grandma and mom's ovarian cancer, But yeah, I mean, I've talked about it before, that cancer just runs rampant in my family. And, it's probably highly likely that many of those family members were BRCA gene positive. And, we'll never know because there wasn't a lot of genetic testing at the time. But, it's highly, highly suspect that would be the case. My grandma, her sister, my aunt, my uncle, they have all died of a cancer that is related to a BRCA gene positive, diagnosis. So it's, it is what it is. It is a family thing. It is hereditary. It does increase your odds of getting certain cancers, greatly. Breast cancer being one of them, the odds for breast cancer are 80% or something. I mean, it doesn't mean everybody that is BRCA positive will get it, but the risks are there. They're very high. So I also have done everything that I can do because I am BRCA positive, and I've done everything I was told to do. Same things my mom did, And I mean, it's all you can do. You get your checkups, do everything they tell you to do to try to help prevent it, and just keep getting your checkups and you hope for the best. That's all you can do, right? So anyhow, that's where we are. That is where we are, folks. And my sister, who has now had breast cancer twice, very oddly does not have a positive BRCA gene. She's negative for it, so go figure. She's had breast cancer twice, and is not BRCA positive. So I don't know. You never know. It strikes where it will, And all we can do is be vigilant, do our best, and you just never know. You just never know. Research. I mean, they need to continue to research and continue to research. Medications have come a long way. Treatments have come a long way. Wouldn't it be great? The day would come when, nobody ever had to even experience cancer, let alone, having to go through. I mean, if they had to go through all the treatments and stuff, it's not fun. It's not easy. But I'll just say, be vigilant. That's my best advice. Be vigilant. Get your tests. Do what you need to do. Do what you've been advised to do. Ask questions. Do everything you can. But don't live in fear. There's no need to live in fear. I had a cousin that didn't want to get the test because of that. She's like, I just don't want to know. I don't want to know. I feel like it's a death sentence. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong way to look at it. It's not a death sentence. It's knowledge. And the more knowledge you have, the more prepared you are, right? So I see an oncologist. I see a regular doctor. We stay on top of it. I get checkups every 6 months. Yeah. As a matter of fact, on Halloween, I will be celebrating Halloween by getting a mammogram. Yep, Halloween. It wasn't supposed to be that late in the year, but I had a hard time getting in. It was very full. So that's a good thing that people are in there getting tested. They're getting their mammograms. They were really, really booked, like way out. So next year I will know to really, I can't put those there. Didn't have enough space there to really get on that way ahead of time, because they were quite booked out for months. So anyhow, that's my little story. I didn't even know I was going to talk about that. It just kind of led from one thing into the next, and there it was. So I've told the story before. It's not a new story, but some of you are new and may not have heard it. So now you know. Now you know. Yeah. Remember, comment on this video if you're participating in No One Fights Alone with that hashtag, No One Fights Alone DP. And next week, no, I'm sorry. This week, I pull a winner for Saban. At the end of this video, I'll pull Saban's winner. And then you comment for my giveaway for next week. That's how we do it. That's how it rolls. So you comment every week because there's a giveaway every week. So I'll be giving away a prize next week. Okay? All right. Do I have anything else left to say? Anything left in the tank to talk about? I don't think so. The cows are behaving themselves. They haven't been in my yard again. They did get in the creek. It's so funny. The people who live right next to us, they're the closest ones to the main road. And so when people see something amiss with the cows over by the main road over there, they'll just come over to the neighbor's house and tell them that their cows are out, or their cows are this or whatnot. And they're not their cows, but they know who to call now. So the other day, she calls over here and she goes, "Hi, Mindy. Is Dale around? Somebody stopped over here and told us that there were cows in the creek." Okay. All right. I'll let Dale know. So he goes and he goes down to the farmer's house, gets his quad, comes back with the quad so he can drive around over in the field and stuff over there, and heads over to the creek. Well, he didn't find one single cow out. And I'm certain, I mean, I've seen it happen a number of times. The babies get out, they wander around, but they go back in. You know, they always go back in. They don't go far. But she asked if Dale was enjoying his promotion. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if he's thrilled with trying to round up cows. I don't know. I don't know what he thinks about that. Anyhow, that's only twice that it's happened, but anyhow, that's funny. So the little ones are the naughty ones. It's never the mommies that get out. It's just those babies, and they're not little. They're just smaller, and they can get through. They can get through some spaces that the moms can't, you know, and so they do. And they're children. They're children. They're like toddlers at this point. They're toddlers, and what do they want to do? Run around, go where they're not supposed to go, get into trouble, you know. Yeah, just like toddlers. So that's what they do. But they're behaving themselves today. He's got them all just straight across from us, over there. I can see them, right there. He's got them in that pasture, and he's got them blocked off from the creek, and he's got them blocked off from our yard, so they can't get over here into our pasture. Still don't know exactly where they get out. Where are you getting out? Don't know. But I don't know. I'm certain that they'll work on fencing a little more. But anyhow, they're behaving themselves for now. Ducks are good. Chickens are good. Everything's good. Quiet. Peaceful. I like it. I like it this way, right? All right. I'm done. I'm done talking. I'll go pull that winner for this week, and we'll talk about your prize when you contact me. Okay. All right. How's this looking? It's looking pretty, isn't it? I think I'm halfway. Does this make halfway? Yeah, that's a good halfway. I mean, I realize the month is a little more than halfway over, but I can plug this one out. Plug it out. Okay. Does that make any sense? Bang it out. I can bang it out. I can plug away. That's what I meant to say. I can plug away at this one and bang it out. There we go. I'll get this one done. No problem. And the chuck, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, you guys. I am confident I'm gonna get both of these done this month. Yes. Cheer me on. Rah, rah, shishkumba. I gotta do it. This one's halfway. The other one's just got, oh my gosh, maybe like 3 or 4 like little sections like that to go, I think. I don't know. I'm getting there. So cheer me on. Oh, I'll get there. Okay. All right. Let's go pull a winner for Saban and get that headed your way. All right, here is the YouTube random comment picker. And I did put the video in here. That's my video. And I did put in the hashtag. So it's picked 14 comments where people used the hashtag. So let's go ahead and let's pick a winner and we'll see who it is. Our winner is Garden Craft. No one fights alone. Thank you so much for doing these events. Okay. Thank you, Garden Craft. Yeah, I enjoy doing events, and especially ones that have some meaning to them. I mean, they're more important, closer to my heart. Anyhow, congratulations. Contact me, and we'll get you out the package that you would like from Saban. So I'm going to go verify. I know that you're doing the event. I've seen your pictures on Instagram, so I'm thinking we're pretty good, but I'll check it just in case. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye, everyone.